We live in an age defined by doubt. We have been taught that science has replaced faith, that miracles are merely suggestions from an ignorant past, and that the Gospels are symbolic narratives. But what if I told you that precisely as technology reaches its peak, matter itself has decided to speak? There is an immense communication gap between what is taught in universities and what forensic laboratories have discovered while analyzing the relics of the Passion. Today, we are not here to speak about pious traditions. We are here to examine forensic evidence. There are three objects, separated by millennia and thousands of kilometers, that bear the exact same biological signature. There is a DNA that challenges the laws of genetics and a light that has bent the laws of nuclear physics. In this Lenten season, your conscience is about to face a choice. Ignore the evidence, or accept that the miracle did not happen only 2,000 years ago, but is still alive, pulsing, and documented before our eyes. Stay with us, because what you are about to see has never been explained with this clarity. Everyone knows the Shroud of Turin, the burial cloth. Many have heard of the Sudarium of Oviedo, the cloth that covered the face. But very few know the third witness, perhaps the most shocking of all, the Holy Tunic of Argenteuil. It is kept in France, in a basilica near Paris, donated by Charlemagne in the year 800. But what exactly is it? The Gospels tell us that Jesus wore a seamless tunic, woven in one piece from top to bottom. It was the garment of the poor, yet crafted with extreme care. It is the garment Jesus wore throughout the entire agony, from the Garden of Gethsemane through the scourging up to the ascent to Calvary. It is the garment the Roman soldiers at the foot of the cross chose not to tear because of its fine workmanship, preferring instead to cast lots for it. Why has science been literally paralyzed before this fabric? Because the Tunic of Argenteuil is the photographic negative of Jesus' physical suffering while he was still alive. By analyzing the bloodstains, researchers discovered something incredible. The stains on the back are not static. They show the marks of continuous friction from a heavy, rough, blood-soaked object, the beam of the cross, which repeatedly reopened the wounds from the scourging during the journey. But the real scientific bomb came from the laboratory. The blood on the tunic is type AB, exactly like the shroud, exactly like Oviedo. 3 different nations, 3 independent histories, yet one man, one blood, one truth that statistics declares impossible to be a coincidence. Let us enter the second minute of critical interest. If blood type AB is already compelling evidence, what is found within that blood is a medical mystery that shakes biology itself. When a man dies, his blood dies with him. White blood cells, the guardians of our immune system, dissolve within minutes. And yet, in analyses conducted on modern Eucharistic miracles, where the bread visibly transformed into flesh and blood, such as in Buenos Aires or Legnica, scientists found intact and active white blood cells. Dr. Ricardo Castañón, once an atheist, analyzed a sample without knowing it came from a consecrated host. His conclusion was shocking. This blood is alive. It contains white blood cells behaving as if they had been taken from a human organism still in agony. What does this mean for our conscience as modern men? It means that Christ's sacrifice is not an event archived in the past. The miracle is that this blood defies the universal law of decomposition. It is as if God had stopped the biological clock on that sample to allow our generation, the generation of electron microscopes, to see with our own eyes what our ancestors could only glimpse through faith. The blood of the Passion is not a dead relic. It is a biological presence speaking the language of life. Let us cross the boundary of known science. Recently, attempts have been made to map the DNA present in these miracles. Here science enters forbidden territory. In every human being, DNA consists of 46 chromosomes, half from the father, half from the mother. But in samples taken from documented Eucharistic miracles, some geneticists have reported an anomaly that has shaken laboratories. There is talk of DNA presenting only a clearly defined maternal line, as if that man, biologically, had no earthly father. Furthermore, the number of active chromosomes detected is often lower than normal, yet the tissue remains alive and healthy. This phenomenon does not exist in nature. There is no genetic explanation for myocardial tissue, heart muscle, remaining fresh and pulsating for years without nourishment, with a genetic profile that defies the foundations of human reproduction. The conscience must awaken. We are not looking at a laboratory error. We are looking at the source code of the Creator. This incomplete yet fully alive DNA is the scientific signature of Mary's virginity and Christ's divinity. God has left a molecular imprint that only today, in the 21st century, we are able to read. It is a message sent into the future, an encrypted file that opened only when we invented the tools to decode it. But how did the image of the dead man end up on the shroud? For decades, we were told it was a painting. Yet, under the microscope, there is no trace of pigment, no brushstrokes. The image is impressed only on the most superficial layer of the linen fibers, less than 1/1000th of a millimeter deep. Scientists from ENEA in Frascati spent years trying to replicate this effect. Their conclusion? It is impossible to obtain such a perfect image with heat or chemicals. The only way to write on the cloth in that manner is through an extremely intense and ultra-short ultraviolet radiation burst. We are speaking of a coherent flash of light, similar to a laser, emitted from within the body itself. Imagine the darkness of the tomb. Suddenly, an explosion of unknown energy transforms matter. In that billionth of a second, Jesus' body became transparent to matter, leaving its photographic imprint on the cloth as he rose. The shroud is not a burial sheet, it is a 3D data file encoded by light. Science is telling us that the resurrection was not only a spiritual event, but a physical event so powerful that it altered the atomic structure of the surrounding environment. Why are we speaking of these things now, during Lent? Because the communication gap has been filled. You can no longer say, "I didn't know." We have the Tunic of Argenteuil showing the physical pain of the back beneath the cross. We have the shroud showing the flash of the resurrection. We have Eucharistic miracles showing AB blood still alive, filled with white blood cells in agony. These are not children's stories. These are medical, forensic, biological, and geological data, such as the Jerusalem aragonite found on the feet of the man of the shroud. Science has done its duty. It has confirmed that the gospel narrative is accurate down to the smallest molecular detail, but science cannot take the final step. That belongs to you. Knowing that Jesus truly existed, that he truly bled AB blood, and that he truly rose with an explosion of light radically changes your life. You are no longer a biological accident in an empty universe. You are the recipient of a love that left genetic evidence of its existence so that you could find it, even in the age of extreme materialism. We have reached the end of this incredible journey. We have seen the blood, the DNA, the light, and the cloth. We have seen how 3 relics in 3 different nations speak the same language. This Lent, as you prepare for Easter, carry this awareness with you. The God you believe in is not an abstract idea. He is a God who left his skin, his blood, and his dust on this earth so that you would not be left alone in doubt. The stones have cried out. The laboratories have confirmed. Now it is up to your conscience. Repeat with us this phrase, write it in your heart and never forget it. His blood is not a relic of the past, but a living bridge to my future. Yes, repeat it again, his blood is my living bridge. If this video has torn the veil of your indifference, if these shocking discoveries have given new wings to your faith, Do not stop this message. Subscribe to the channel and share this video now on your profile, in your groups, with your friends. Be the instrument that fills someone else's communication gap. Comment below with "I believe in the evidence of the resurrection" to show the world that truth does not fear science. May the power of this evidence accompany you, and may the light of the resurrection illuminate your every day. God bless us all.